And we're live. Okay. Let me pull up the stream. Okay, just so I don't miss any questions. I hope my sound is good. Hi, Ramila. I'm looking on my phone, so it doesn't pop up on the screen yet. But hi. Let me know if I sound good or if I sound crazy or if you hear too much stuff in the background. Just let me know that this sounds good. Salam. Shout out to y'all for coming quick. I usually just be sitting here like, waiting for people to pop up. Mariam is gonna join us in a few. I just didn't want her sitting on here with me waiting for people to show up. Yes, Mila is ready. Period. Is your last name actually Star? Because if it is, I feel like that's so beautiful. Like, mashallah. No, literally. Oh my gosh. It's so funny because me and Mariam literally, like, I think I finished the book like 3 days ago, and Mariam, I think, probably finished it this morning. So we were both clearly playing games, but we wanted to be fresh for the live show. Fresh. But I'm so excited. There's so much to talk about. That book is huge. Okay. There's a lot to discuss, a lot to go into. I'm gonna try to do like a non-spoiler part and then like a spoiler part. Just because some people are like they're reading We Hunt the Flame, or they're like halfway through We Free the Stars, which, as I said before, the book is huge, so I definitely understand people not being done with it yet. The only reason I finished it is because I literally had to get the audiobook. Well, I don't even have a physical copy of the book, which is a problem. I'm going to solve that very soon. If somebody wants to send me a copy, Amazon wish list link below. No, but yeah, I got the audiobook, and I literally was listening to it like as I was washing my hair, when I went to the bathroom, when I was cooking, when I was getting like other work done. Yeah, it was that serious. Aw, I love that. Come on, alias. Listen, you can be whoever you want on the internet. And Star looks really cute. And I literally know you by like Star. Like, whenever I think of stars, I think of you. So, period. But how is everybody doing? Let me know if you finished the book. Ramila, I know you finished it. Let me know if you finished the book. What's your status with the book? Hey girl. Have you finished it? Are you in the middle of it? What's your rating? All of that. If you have me on Goodreads, which is linked in the description, which I don't think is down below on StreamYard. I think it's like to the left or to the right. Maybe I don't know. But if you have me on Goodreads, what is it called? Then you've heard like my thoughts on the book. How am I doing? What a convoluted question. No, I'm joking. Alhamdulillah for everything, honestly, like good and bad. Alhamdulillah for everything. Yeah, no, I was yesterday was a trying time for me, but we pushed through, and I still wanted to like do the live show because I love doing this. I love just like geeking out with you guys about books. And I feel like live streams are super personal, whether I'm doing live streams on here or on Instagram. So yeah, I still just want to like show up and show out, but I wouldn't say I'm at 100%, but I will be because blessed and highly favored as always. But thank you for asking. Okay, 40%. 40% is a lot. This book is huge. I don't know if it was just the audiobook, but it was like 115 chapters. Like I was listening to the audiobook and then the narrator's like, chapter 82. And I'm like, what is this? Cassandra Clare plus Terry J. Maas put together. What is this book? Like, oh my God. Not you spoiling yourself. Not this. So you went to the end to spoil yourself. Girl, not this. I mean, I have a friend like that too. She literally does not like she always asks me to spoil books and like TV shows for her because she just can't wait. And so based on what I spoil for her, she'll decide if she wants to watch it or not. It's so yeah, you're not an anomaly. She thick. That's it. She is huge. I cannot imagine people that physically have it. Um Mariam had it and she was like, yeah, it's so big. And I was like, oh, okay, like, all right. I was not expecting a Queen of Air and Darkness type book. Like I can only imagine physically holding it. Oh dang. Speaking of Queen of Air and Darkness, I was gonna grab my edition of Chain of Iron because I just got the hardcover the other day and I'm like super happy about that. No, that's so true. The chapters are really short. Like I like Nasir will say like 3 lines and then it's the next chapter. And I'm like, this couldn't just be a like a what's the word? You know when like in books there's like a break? It'll be like a break in the middle of the chapter. So it doesn't change chapters, but it's like a different point of view. It could have been that, but no. Hafsah was like, yeah, I'm gonna give you guys an entire chapter. And honestly, I respect it. They were. I love this. I'm screaming. Yeah, it was absolutely a lot going on. Um hold up. Okay, cool. Yeah, it absolutely was a lot going on. And we are gonna get into it. I'm just waiting for a couple more people to come. And if you're new to the stream, to the chat, let us know how you are in the We Free the Stars universe. Are you finished with the book? How you rated it? Are you like 40% through like other people? Are you also spoiling yourself? Okay, period. You know what? I actually understand. I feel like with physical books, it is very easy to like flop around. Especially if you're just like if you lose your bookmark, then honestly, is it really your fault if you end up on a spoiler scene? No. I mean, what are you gonna do about it? That happens to me all the time. I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks and ebooks just because I don't know, I've been weird about owning physical books. I didn't want to own books that I wasn't sure that I was gonna like love yet. And so it's a mistake I've made in the past, like most people that read. So I am in the process of like starting my Depop to get rid of some books. But yeah, I understand. Yup. We're gonna get into it. We're going to get into it because baby, the slow burn, honestly, it was top tier. Honestly, it was so good. And the fact that like it wasn't even just a like burn. It was like in flames, engulfed in flames. I am sorry if I'm not paying attention, you guys. I'm still trying to send out the link to people that want to join the live. Well, not join the live, but y'all know what I mean. Share, copy link. Okay, it's 10 minutes in. I think Miriam's gonna come in like 5 minutes, which I'm super excited about. I loved having guests last year. Let me know if you guys were watching the Iqra Trials live streams last year. I loved having guests. It was so much fun. I had a lot of technical difficulties because I had a ghetto ass computer, but mashallah, we've upgraded. Allah has blessed me, and yeah. Look who it is!
Hi. Oh my God.
Hey,
Wait,
girl.
is this thing on? Is this thing working?
Yes, you're alive with the
Okay.
audience. Oh,
Yay.
you look good. Yes.
Thank you. It's rough right now. I just got home from work like an hour ago.
I appreciate you
And
so much.
yeah.
Thank you for dealing with me and my drama.
No problem.
Oh my gosh, that book is so big. Wait, can you pull it back up? Because I was telling like I don't have the book, so I don't know, but it's
It's
giving Cassandra
huge.
Clare. It's
It's
giving Cassandra
huge.
Clare, Sarah J. Maas
Yes.
put together. I
Yes.
cannot.
Literally.
It's so big.
Very
Yes,
big.
I'm excited too. Look at the tabs.
Yay.
I love that for you.
Yes, right? I have like
Do
3
they all
different
mean?
oranges. No, I just tab whatever. I don't have a system. I don't do any of
I
that.
love that. I love
Yeah.
that. I annotate like all of my books. I guess I kind of have a system. Let me not lie. I have a system. I'm not gonna lie. I do because like one of them is like I forgot the colors though. So sometimes I have to write it in my book. I think I saw books
Hmm.
with Chloe talk about that. She'll write it in her books to remind herself, and I'm like genius
Yeah.
because I
Yeah.
forget. And like one time I went to go see Cassandra Clare do like an event. I think it was for Queen of Air and Darkness, and
Hmm.
she literally looked at my book. She was like, oh, what do these tabs mean? And so she flips through it and she goes to like my orange tabs, which means that I'm pissed off. And I'm like, oh my God.
Uh-oh.
I'm literally sitting there in front of her like,
If Cassandra
hi.
Clare saw my Chain of Iron copy, she would be very concerned
No,
because
honestly, we
it
need
was
help.
crazy.
I can't wait to read it. I just got the hardcover yesterday and I'm just like,
You
I,
need to DM me while you're reading it because I have
yes,
a 50-minute vlog coming out tomorrow. 50
not 50
minutes.
minutes. Are you guys hearing this?
50 minutes.
Make sure you subscribe to Mariam's channel. It is linked in the description. 50 minutes. That is quality content, you guys. Oh
Quality,
my gosh.
questionable.
Listen, hey, it's 50
Hi.
minutes of something.
Something for sure.
Okay. So I kind of want to do this maybe a little non-spoilery and then we'll get into the spoiler part. I don't know how that's possible
Hmm.
with this big ass book, but my intentions
We'll see.
are to give people a chance. So what's your just like overall rating without getting like too deep? Like overall rating, overall thoughts compared to, and especially compared to like We Hunt the Flame.
So I gave it 5 stars.
Of course.
Um,
Period.
and I actually was like, I wasn't leaning towards 5 stars until maybe like I think the second half of the book is what really
Mm,
solidified the 5 stars for me. Because,
mm,
like, in the first half of the book, I was like, I don't know, like
mm.
maybe 4, maybe 4.5. But, like, once I got to that second half and the
Period.
ending, I was like, you know
Period.
what? I don't care. 5 stars, whatever. And,
Honestly.
like, especially since with We Hunt the Flame, I gave it like a 4 or 4.5 the first time I read it, believe it or not.
Mm.
Even though I loved
I'm
it so
shocked.
much. Yeah.
Shocked.
Yeah. Even though I loved it so much and hyped it so much, I didn't give it like a full 5 stars until my second read of the book. So,
Mm.
but with this one, I was like, no, this is like definitely better than that. So if I gave that 5 stars on
Period.
my second read, I was like, whatever. 5 stars all around. I don't
Five
care.
stars across the board.
Yes.
I love
Yeah.
that.
So what
I
did you
definitely
give it?
relate. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. And like I
Okay.
said, if anybody peeked at my Goodreads, don't look at it now because we're talking about it. So y'all can't look at my review. But I definitely only didn't give it 5 stars because there wasn't some type of like smut scene. That was it. That was
Oh,
it. That like
yeah.
that was it. That was it. That
Yeah.
was it. I was like, Hafsah, we're not gonna go here and then you're just gonna pew. No, we're
See,
not doing this.
I
We're not
wasn't
doing
even
this.
expecting her to go where she went.
No,
So,
oh my God, no, literally, I thought it was gonna be like, like love from A to Z. I thought this
yeah.
was happening. It it did not happen. I'm screaming.
Yeah.
Not the 50 minutes.
50
She's
minutes,
coming for you
y'all.
next, honestly. That's gonna be my vlog. Watch my vlog also be like a full hour. I'm gonna give you
Yeah.
an intermission, kind of like how they do in like Bollywood movies. I'm giving you an intermission. I'm gonna give like here's a snack break. All of that is gonna happen.
Oh my God. Wait, I should have done that. Wait, it's not up yet. So,
Come on, editing tips. Period. Period. I love that. I'm
oh my
screaming.
gosh.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
Honestly.
Dude, this book reminded me a lot of Sky, like towards the end, like
Oh my
the
gosh.
very end.
No, literally. And the way that she kept saying like Victoria's
Wait,
this, Victoria's this. Can
wait,
you hear
what
me?
just happened? Yeah, I can.
Okay. I was like,
Okay,
oh my God, no.
I was saying like the very end of the book reminded me a lot of Sky, but the Victoria stuff
I
reminded
was
me so
like,
much of Ember.
I'm like, is Sabah on three-way? Is like, are y'all on the phone right now? What is going
Yes,
on?
they
I
had
was
to
like,
have been.
is she related to Elias? Is she his like Arab cousin from the desert tribe? I'm trying to figure out what is the core. And like she kept saying it, and like my mom told me. I'm like, oh, so your mom knows
Well,
Quinn? Knows his grandpa?
because
Okay.
both Zafira and Nasir both mean victorious in Arabic.
Oh wow.
So that's like the whole theme, like from the beginning, was
Wow.
victorious.
You would think I would
So
know that because
the
literally my older brother's name
parallels,
is Nasir.
really?
So this book was very awkward for me. We're gonna get into that because I was just like, oh my gosh, Nasir. And I was like, no,
No, not
not
this.
exactly. I was
Not
like,
this.
ah. I used to just change his name in my head. I'm like, pick a Muslim name. Just pick any like Muslim guy name, anyone, because this is not happening.
Mm-hmm. Muhammad.
Mohammed. I'm screaming. I gave We Hunt the Flame 3.5 stars, but I'm really enjoying Refree the Stars so much more. I literally
Fair.
also gave We Hunt the Flame 3.5 stars. If you guys
Fair.
like watched my vlog, it was literally the last four chapters. And I was like, first of all, this was
Yeah.
very ghetto. I was vlogging it and I had my phone on like the iPhone charger box, like against the wall. It was very ghetto. And I'm just like, no, I need to record this before I leave for work. And I'm sitting there reading and I'm like, where was this
Yes.
throughout the whole book? And I was like, okay, I feel like if I read it again now, it'll
Mm-hmm.
probably get like a four. Like if I'm being
Yeah.
honest, it'll probably get like a 4 star. But I think I don't know, sometimes the books are super, super hyped up, or they always say like, oh, it's like this book. It's gonna be like this book. And then you're like, this is different from those books. So I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's
Yeah.
what threw me off. But I loved We Free the Stars. I said, oh my
Mm-hmm.
gosh, Hafsa, I knew you were gonna take me here. And
Exactly.
then I realized I think I just have sometimes an issue with like traveling, like journey books, because
Okay,
I feel like
yeah.
you need to have a lot of things going on to keep me entertained. Like reading We Hunt the Flame was very reminiscent of when I read City of Brass, and I was like, I love all these elements, but we are on this road. Where the hell are we going?
Yeah.
Every other chapter, I'm like, damn, we
I
still in the desert.
actually I reread We Hunt the Flame last year after I read City of Brass, and I was like, wait a minute.
Yes,
This is very similar.
that might have been it for me too. I literally read it maybe like a month apart, and I was like,
Yeah.
okay. So I think if I
Mm-hmm.
reread We Hunt the Flame, it would probably get like a 4 stars, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, which is like fair because I also did a vlog where I reread We Hunt the Flame, and even after like finishing, I was just like, I just feel like her editors kind of did her dirty in that first half of the book
Mm,
because there's just too much of like, beginning and like revving the engines before we actually
yeah.
get to the real stuff.
I'm like, how
Like
many
it's beautiful
words is he explaining?
writing. Yeah.
I was
It's
like,
beautiful writing,
please.
but like it was just like a bit much. Like it could just some
Yeah,
of it could have been cut.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, her
Yes.
writing. I think she was. I'm telling you, she was sitting there with Sabah because Sabah also put her
Yes.
foot into A Sky Beyond the Story. I was
Yes.
like, oh, y'all are
Mm-hmm.
coming for our next this year. I was like, I
Yes.
can't handle this, and especially because it's only a duology. I was like, she's gonna have to kill it. It's the last book in the
Exactly.
series. She has to go like 100%.
Exactly.
Oh
I was
my
gonna
gosh.
ask, do you think that this should have been more books? Like should it have been a trilogy or what do you think?
I think honestly, I think I want to say at least three because in
Yes.
in very like Islamic fashion, like three is sunnah, and we need
Yeah.
at least three books. And there's no way that you're gonna see here and give us two. Okay, like
Yeah.
I want to know what was that about. Like, is that a publishing thing, or was it because this is
Yeah.
such like it's a new series, new world, and you didn't like know? And I do question because City of Brass, written by a white woman, has it's 4 books. And here we have this book, which is only 2, and it's written by, a person of color, even though S SK Chocolate, I'm pretty sure that SA, what's her name?
SK. Wait,
Okay, yeah.
SA.
Why are we thinking about SK Ali?
Ooh.
But she, I mean, they're both Muslim, but she is a revert, and she doesn't wear hijab, whereas Hafsa is literally a person, first of all, a woman of color and a holy niqabi. Like, she's very visibly Muslim, and I'm just like,
yeah.
There's I think that definitely had to play in it. And it's funny because I feel like City of Brass had way more, like, they were literally Muslim in City of Brass than in We Hunt the Flame. Like, they were kind of just, they're like, religion was even mentioned in We Hunt the Flame, but City of Brass was literally heavily involved with the fact that they were Muslim. I was like, this is interesting.
Well, she's actually talked about it. Wait. Yup.
Yeah.
Hafsa has actually talked about it because she didn't feel comfortable like mixing like Islam with like fantasy stuff. So
it's
that's
a very
why she
thin
didn't.
line.
Yeah, exactly. And some people even don't like how it was done in City of Brass. So I think she took the correct route and just leave it out altogether.
No, yeah, I agree, because I did not want to go into We Hunt the Flame and see that it was just like jinn this, jinn that, jinn this, jinn that. And I'm like, listen, y'all not gonna have me read this book at 2 a.m. talking about jinns. I'm not doing it.
Exactly.
I'm not doing it. I'm absolutely not doing this with y'all. Like, so yeah, I definitely understand. Hafsa's the first niqabi author I've read from.
Same.
Me too. And but I love that she's getting like this visibility, and that she's even signed to like such a big like publishing house. But like, she's also talked about the struggle she's faced, and how like at author events people don't want to like talk to her or be around her because she wears niqab. And I just love that she's doing like TikToks and reels now, because she has such a vibrant personality. Most niqabis do.
She does.
Like, literally, most niqabis are like the funniest, hilarious people you'll ever meet. They're always cracking jokes. They're always playing around with the fact that like they wear niqab, and like they're just hilarious. So I love that we get to see more of her personality, because people are acting like scared of her. And I'm like, we all wear masks right now. Like, what is it? Like,
they really had the last laugh. They had the last laugh.
Honestly. I feel like that's all the non-spoiler we can give for y'all. That was it.
We didn't even say anything.
Wait, how does this work? So the plot was like what do y'all want us to say? Like, do you want the tea or no? Also, because you missed it earlier, but literally the people who haven't finished the book, they all said they spoiled themselves already. All of them.
Yeah.
So we gave y'all opportunity. If you don't want to be spoiled, I guess you can leave, but all y'all like to spoil yourselves. So let's get into it.
Even I saw spoilers before I went in.
Oh my gosh. No, literally. I was like,
but it was on purpose. It was on purpose for me. My book was taking way too long to come in the mail. I was like, you know what? Whatever.
I felt so bad. Mariam's like, day 25.
On my private story, I was like,
hello?
Coming in.
Staring out the window like,
oh. That's why it took me so long, because I was mentally prepared to read it like on release day. And then it came in like a month later.
Sucks. Yeah, that's annoying. Yes. Iconic. Iconic.
Very iconic of her.
Oh, we love this. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
We don't want to spoil it for you either, sis.
No.
Come back. This will be on my page. Like, don't worry. It's not going anywhere. It is not going anywhere. Okay. So you got into the audiobook because you were waiting a long time as well. Please ignore the sounds that y'all hear in the background. COVID. I listened to the audiobook as well, just because I don't know why I didn't buy the physical book. What stopped me from buying the physical book? I don't know. I was scared because of We Hunt the Flame. And I was like, I love We Hunt the Flame. First of all, We Hunt the Flame is beautiful. Like, the covers are both stunning. So it wasn't like an issue of, it's gonna look ugly on my shelf. But I was like, I don't know if I was like, listen, I don't know if I need 2-3-star books. But now I feel so dumb, because I wish I could read those scenes with Scenes of Fear and Nasir in like real, like in on the page, because the amount of times I had to pause the audiobook, I'd be like, what did he say? He did what? What? He put his lips where? What are we talking about?
He definitely did.
And then I realized that this was new adult because the way that he was like, and in all my 20 years, I said 20 years. Oh, I
Oh
see why
yeah.
she went there. I was like, oh,
Actually, I forgot. How old is
I thought they were
Zafira?
like, I, I
I
don't
knew
know. I
Nasir
hope,
was older, I think.
yeah. Well, I hope she's 18. Let's just,
Yeah,
you
let's
know,
let's just believe.
let's just say she's 18. Not a punch. I'm screaming. I can't. Oh, so you listen to the audiobook and you don't like audiobooks? That's hilarious. I'm so sorry for you. But I mean, the audiobook was good. Let me know your thoughts. How did you feel about the audiobook? I honestly feel like, to be very spicy, I should really, if I found like a chapter, I should play the guy, the audiobook, the
Mhm.
guy that plays Nasir. I feel like he sounded good. Um, I don't think it was a problem. Yeah, that's what I
Okay.
thought.
Yeah, Sam.
We're just gonna leave it at that.
Yep.
We're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it right there.
Mhm.
So okay, into the spoilerly part of the discussion. So we hunt the flame. Altair, which I first of all, I did not know that like his name was pronounced like that until I heard the audiobook. I was just saying like Altair, and then I was like, oh,
Yeah,
excuse
she
me.
was like very specific about that
I was like,
pronunciation.
period, drag me then. Like literally in the first chapter, I was like, oh, I'm so, and he's like my icon. I love him as a character. I was like, oh my God,
Yes.
how could I ever whitewash your name? I'm so sorry. How could I do that to you? But yeah,
Mhm.
Altair is missing. He's gone on a boat, taken
No, he's
somewhere,
not
locked
missing.
up.
They left him.
They left his
They straight
ass.
up left him. They were like, "Wait, where is he?"
They were
Like
like,
when they've
oh my
already on the
God.
seas.
And they're
I was
already
dead.
like
I
three
was
continents
dead.
away. They're like, where's Altair? Oh my God.
Yup.
Like, please. And so, dang, we have like now they have the Jawarat who is attached
Mhm.
to Zafira because people love tying their life to inanimate magical objects. I can't even say inanimate. It's animated.
It's very
So
animated.
they are a person. Okay.
Mhm.
They have at this point they need a point of view because the way I was tired of hearing the Jawarat, I'm like, hello, can
Literally. It was interrupting the
can
scenes. I was
Zafira
like,
talk?
"Shut up."
Damn book. Even the scenes with like Zafira and Nasir, the Jawara is like, yes, shut up. Hello. Can
Like
you
later in the
imagine?
book when it like makes her go and like find him when they're in the hotel or whatever.
It's
I was
so
like, "Okay,
messy.
maybe it
Yeah.
deserves a one right."
One right
Just
for the
one.
talking book. Like one right because this is it's a no for me. Um
Mhm.
what else oh, and we have the flame ended. Benjamin died. Who I loved. I was
Yes.
so sad.
That was
I
so
loved him so
horrible.
much.
Mhm.
It was so bad. Oh my God. Benjamin is dead. The Zoomer is really only like half complete. There's mad tension between Zafira and Nasir because what else do they do except for like sneak glances at each other for 150 pages?
Oh my God.
But
Way more than that. The whole damn book until the last
no,
page.
no, honestly. But the thing that was so crazy was Nasir was in the first book, he was so like broody and like, yeah,
Mhm.
no, and like nobody loves me. Now he's a flirt. He got the pickup lines. I'm like,
Yes.
where did
He
this
was
confidence come from?
he was so in touch with his emotions in this book, and it was one of my favorite parts. Like, oh my God, when he started crying a couple times, I was like, let your feelings out. Like, oh my gosh, it
Like,
was so
tell me how
good.
you feel.
Yes.
Pretty big. Yo, Althea was salty too, and I love that they allowed him to like be mad because he had
Yes,
every
me
right to be
too.
just like sitting in the dungeon because these
Mhm.
bums left me here with this crazy guy who
Mhm.
was my dad allegedly or whatever. Like, yeah, I love that they allowed him to be upset, and even like it was such a Altair way of being upset. You know, he was just like, "Do do
Exactly. Like he was
day
just
of
making
your
like passive aggressive jokes, even if he wasn't like super mad about it, he was
yeah,
still yeah.
yeah, yeah." The Jawad was hilarious at the end.
Yeah.
That one
At the
scene. Other
end.
than that, I'm like, why? are you speaking? Nobody's talking to you. But can you imagine if our books could talk? Like, excuse me.
It's giving Sorcery of Thorns.
It's it's giving a sorcery of thorns. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I loved how like Nasir's character development came across in this book. Like you really could see it, even in those moments where he was like self-deprecating. Like he was very aware of his mindset in that, like in those times, and he was very, I think, still emotionally expressive. And even us seeing him get like flustered and shy around Zafira
It
and
was
all that.
so cute. It was so cute. I was getting kind of annoyed at the beginning when he would like go knock on her door and be like, "Hey," and then he would just leave, and then he would come back 5 minutes later. I was like, "Well, do something."
He was so awkward. I was like, not this. And then and then next thing you know, it will go to Zafira's point of view, and she's like, and I heard him deeply sigh and walk away. Y'all kill me because
That killed me.
she answers the door and she's like,
Every time she would try to force him to speak.
yes,
She was like, "Okay, well, what are you feeling? What's going on? What do
right,
you want
and
to
he's
say?"
like,
And he'd be like, "Never mind." I was dead.
I can't with him.
Yeah, he was definitely
Yes.
giving Zuko. Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, yes,
Hardcore. Because in the
absolutely,
first book, he was giving like Zuko season 1. In this
yes,
book, for the most part, it was just like that Zuko season 2, and then like going into season 3.
right.
It
The
was it
high
was
with the long
definitely
bangs when Zuko's like, hi. It's giving that.
yes, exactly.
It's giving that throughout the entire book. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I also love seeing that he had to like be there for Zafira because she
Mm-hmm.
literally had to like save everybody the first book. Like that was kind of like the theme
Yes,
of it. She was the hunter, she was like the provider for her family. Now she has to save literally their entire freaking country at this point. Like
mm-hmm.
everything was like on her shoulders, and then she's dealing with like his moody ass in the corner. And so even though like obviously I wasn't happy that she was like dealing with hardships, but I love to see like him step up and be there to support her. Also, Kika,
Exactly.
I
I
love
was so happy that she
love.
had such like a more prominent role in this book because I
Yes,
needed more of her. Like the first book, I felt like the side characters were not really much of anything. Like they had some
no,
potential, but they weren't fully
yeah.
executed like the way that they could
Benjamin
have been.
and Altair were the only ones that were really fleshed out.
Exactly, yeah. And so going into this book, it was so surprising how
Yeah.
much development and how much importance all of the side characters had, like Lana and
Yes,
Hifa and everybody. Even Yasmin, even though she came in like the second half.
she was very prominent. Like she came in and like we literally had a continuation of her story. She had her own
Exactly.
moments, her own traumas, like her own. Oh, I was like,
Exactly.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
even the fact that Lana had like a job, like I was like, yes, she has a whole identity
Exactly.
outside of her sister, and I think that was
Mm-hmm.
also really important for Zafira to come back home and see, like, yes, you like are trying to save everybody, but also we are okay on our own, and I feel like that's what kind of allowed her to even have more vulnerable moments with Nasir and to like make her own
Exactly.
decisions and stuff. Because Lana's like, girl, I'm okay,
Ex
I'm a nurse.
Yes, and I was actually so surprised, like and I actually was really interested in I feel like Lana could have been a main character too, like, with all of
Honestly,
her
I kind of wanted her to come in the
attributes and
first book.
everything. Yes,
Yes.
same.
That would have been so good. I mean, it probably got a little messy, but I would love to see her like fight and like all of that. I love her. And she's literally not as young as I thought. They always described her as
Yeah,
little. So in my head I thought she was like 11, but she's 14. Like
yeah.
she's a high
Mhm.
schooler. Put her on the battlefield. put
Exactly.
her on the battlefield. She's like, you said this means nothing. Why are you acting like it means something? Honestly,
Exactly.
like, what do you want, Nasira? Why are you at my door? What do you want? What do you want me to say? Okay, but that moment
Mhm.
when it was the lion at, I was like, this?
Let's talk about the lion and Zafir having, that interesting
I know,
relationship between them.
like, at this point, she's emotionally cheating on Nasir. Like, at this
Yeah,
point, I don't want to hear it. I was like,
yeah.
I didn't realize it was this deep. And maybe you can clarify for me because I was like, did I miss something? Like, when did this get like they were describing moments? He's like, Azizi. I'm like, what the? Who is this
Yeah,
man?
he called her that in the first book too. It's because like I think he kind of like groomed her, to be
He was
honest.
like
I don't know
in
if that's the right word.
the R's. He was in
So
there, right? He was like
yeah,
the thing.
so he was like the reason that she was having her powers like without magic in
Mm.
the land, and he was the one that was like building up her powers and everything. So honestly, I don't remember, but he
Not the
definitely had a
grooming.
hand.
Not the grooming. I think that makes sense because I do remember in the first book he was like, we're waiting for like the huntress or like the hunch. Like he was aware of her from jump, and then I
Yes.
was like, what? And then yeah, that makes sense. I do remember
Hmm.
that, but I was like, I didn't know it was like this, Saphira. I was like,
Yeah. I don't know
this
if
is
grooming's the right word, but it's something of the sort. Like he
it.
definitely was like, like he was
Yeah,
around, like kind of
especially
building that
when
power in her.
yeah, and you're sitting here. How are you gonna sit here and like have this whatever situationship with me, but you sitting there playing daddy to my boyfriend?
Okay. Mhm.
It was just so awkward.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, that.
Okay, Darkling.
I wasn't gonna say it. I wasn't gonna say it. You said it, not me.
Okay, Ben Barnes. Okay.
It was
Okay.
very much giving Darkling and Alina in those moments.
I'm screaming. And the funniest thing is I literally didn't even read the Shadow Ball trilogy and I know. And I'm like, this is giving
Mhm.
Darkling and Alina. Yeah, I already know.
Mhm. But that
Ooh,
moment in the room, yes, I was literally just about to talk about that scene. In the room when he came in and he was like all smiling and on her, and I was
yeah.
like, this is something's going on. This is not Nasir. I
That's
don't
a
know
shy
who this
boy
is.
who couldn't knock on the door.
I was
Not
like,
this.
there's no way he came back 5 minutes later with a different personality. So what's going on here?
Uh, unless there's a gentleman going around, there's no reason he's talking about I can be bolder. I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
wild, wild.
literally clutching my pearls. I was like,
Uh-huh.
this is a lot. Oh my
Mm-hmm.
gosh. Oof. Those scenes, I literally did not expect it. I love them.
At
Trust
all.
me, I love them. But I was like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because I feel like even in We Hunt the Flame, like they had kissed. And
Mm-hmm.
so that was pretty much it. But I was like, oh, we are tapping into the
Yes,
sexual tension.
very
Like
much so.
every chapter that we featured, even whether it was Zafira or Nasir, they were talking about the burning, the yearning, the tension.
Yes, in detail too. I was like, Hafsa,
Oh my
I
god.
didn't know it was like this.
I was like, I know she was sitting there smirking while writing under her niqab, like,
Let me go through my tabs.
not, not the time. No, like let me pull up the audiobook because if y'all didn't hear it, y'all need to hear it. I love that
I'm
Hafsa was
telling
bold.
you.
She absolutely was. I love that.
Yes.
And I love
Mm-hmm.
the normalization of just like women experiencing sexual desires.
Exactly. I felt the
Like there
exact
was
same way. I was
there
like,
was like a
I'm so glad. Like, it's like, because she knows people are going into this book knowing like a Muslim wrote it and like a Niqabi wrote it.
yeah,
And she like went full on like
yeah,
with like the sexual tension and everything. And I was
yeah.
like, yes, please normalize that because this is
It's a thing.
natural.
It's a thing. I mean, if you read
Yeah.
Skyby on the Storm at that point, yo, Skyby on the Storm was something
Okay.
else. The mango, I had to close the book. I had to put it away. I had to, woo, woohoo. Not the
That was
not
the
the
scene.
not the Bollywood scene with the mango juice dripping down her arm. And oh my god, I'm like the female Muslim authors are really coming for our next this year,
They
and
are.
I love that.
Hmm.
Yes, all the tabs. I'm screaming.
Okay. Let me see. I should have used less tabs, but
She says
let
this
me see
now.
what I can find.
The audiobook was really, 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 really good. It
Was
was
the
really
Arabic okay?
Okay, let me.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
what I
think.
thought.
I don't.
That's what I thought.
I don't think it was like terrible. Okay, I wouldn't say there was like. Okay, how would you pronounce their like country that they're in? You tell me, and I'll let you know what they said in the book.
I say Arawiya.
That's what I say. They say
Yeah.
Arawia.
See, that's how Hafsah says it too, but I don't know if she's like
Maybe
Americanizing
it's like
it.
yeah, or like her dialect thing. I don't know.
I don't know.
Isn't she Moroccan?
I
Is she?
think I
I
think
think she.
so.
I think she said she was like Moroccan and something else.
Mm-hmm.
But I say Adawiyah, and then when he's like Arawia, and I'm like, where's that at?
Yeah, that sounds like some Aladdin. I don't know.
Not Aladdin. That's exactly how it sounds like. I was like, what is she talking about? And I'm like, listen, if you were on my Instagram story, you know the drama I went through with my freaking necklace that was in the
Yes,
wrong
I
Arabic.
remember that.
I know that I am, I'm not like fluent. And even the Arabic that I learned in like madrasa, it was like fusha. It's not like,
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this sounds a
Yeah.
little.
My Arabic is not great either, but that necklace said Tira. I was like,
The
who's
way
that?
that the way I still have it, and I look at, oh my god,
They did you
yeah, Allah, I
dirty.
was so upset. They're sending me a new one. I don't know where the hell it's at. But in the email I sent them my name, like in Arabic spelled out. Because I was like, wait, if there's one thing I know it's how to spell my name. And I was like, even
Exactly.
if I don't know what letters are missing, I know there are letters missing. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what is going on?
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all like yes, the audiobook. The audiobook was doing something. Child, the mangoes. Sabah was like, we're going for it. I was like,
Oh,
wow.
she went for it. She went past it. She went around it.
Even that scene where she was like,
Insane.
what is she, I think Elias, he comes up to Elias, he's like, yeah, so if it's just like sexual attraction, we can handle that. We can do that, but that can't distract us from our mission. And so she's like, what? So good. Oh my God. Elias was like, what? I was like, this is, and she's sitting there like stripping. I was
Insane.
like,
Insane.
on new adult. And it was still like I just feel like even in this genre, it's just done so well. The reason why I had
Mm-hmm.
to take off that 0.5 stars is because I wasn't expecting like a Sarah J. Maas scene. I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting smashing in the air with fairy wings. That's not what I was expecting.
Yeah.
I was expecting Fade to Black. Like very Cassandra
Me
Clare Fade to
too. Me too. I was expecting that towards the end, but then when I was getting there, I was like, damn, they haven't even fully
Black. Come on,
confessed
epilogue.
yet.
And I was like, what is this? Why am I, the way
Yeah.
I was literally in the shower washing my hair. And I was like, epilogue? I didn't hear anybody. I didn't hear anything. I didn't even see and we came together and embraced Fade to Black. I didn't even see that.
Exactly.
What
Yeah.
is going on? I felt.
Which I I
What do you think the reasoning
respect
is?
it,
What do you think the
but
reasoning
she,
is?
huh?
What do you think the reasoning is?
I actually don't know because like I would say I respect her decision and I do love how it ended. Like, oh my God. It was like
Yeah.
very much like the end of like Pride and Prejudice. Like they're just sweet and they're
Yeah.
married and everything. I
And
was
then he's sitting
actually
there crying.
reading
It was
I
so
was
good.
reading like the last wait, let me see.
Come on with the
Pulling
notes.
out the
Come
receipts.
on
So
with
the
the
last
receipts.
the last two chapters are like this, like they're 2 pages.
Okay.
And I was like reading it and I was like, is this supposed to be like
Can you
sex? I don't
can you read it for the audience? Read it for the audience. The people would like to hear it because this
Okay,
is
so Audible, audible.com. Chapter 113. Habibti, her husband said, touching a kiss to her lips. There was a scar at her breast and another in her heart, for people had died because she lived. Hayati, he breathed. pressing another to her ear and stealing her thoughts. Around her, silver gossamer, above a painted sea of stars. I don't know if she was just trying to be
What?
hypothetical, metaphorical. I feel like this was supposed to be something.
Oh my god. You have to
I
finish. You have
don't
to
know.
come on, come
I don't
on. You have
know.
to finish.
Huh?
You have to finish. We want to hear it.
Why? No, now I'm stop.
Thank you. We're gonna take Mariam off the hot seat. But yes, thank you.
Please. But no, like just that
Oh my
scene.
god.
Oh wait, no, actually. So the next line, I will read that. So he says, Ruhi, he rasped, feathering her jaw until they were both panting.
Feather like
I
I'm feathering kisses? Like what is
yeah.
feathering? Okay.
Until a hot tear rolled down his face and fell to the hollow beneath her shoulder, searing her bare skin. So her skin is
Right?
bare.
Okay, you know what?
Yeah.
So we're gonna put this together.
Yeah.
We're gonna we're gonna figure this out as a collective. Okay.
Right,
So
okay, right. So we're not crazy. I'm not crazy.
okay.
I think it was definitely alluding to something.
Okay. Now,
Hmm.
does Hafsah Faizal still deserve rights for making it the page 115? I mean,
The last page.
the last page, chapter 115.
Yeah.
How many rights does she deserve for making that the last page?
I'm gonna chalk it up to artistic. She was trying to be, different with it. So
Yo,
stop. Oh my god,
I
this is gonna
was
be on the
like,
internet forever.
and the crazy thing is, like, I definitely tagged Hafsah Faizal when I posted it on my story. So imagine like one day she just sees this link and she's just like,
Hey girl.
"Hey girl,
Oh my
hey."
gosh.
But okay, so I guess we can. I'll up my rating to a 4.75. I guess she gets a 4.75. Round up and do what you want with that.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess let me see. Did I miss any comments? Yeah, yeah. What type of horse were they on?
I don't know, cause she turned around and they were going at it. I don't know what was
Poor
going
horse.
on.
The poor horse.
Yeah.
I was like, I know the
And
horse was like,
that
what
was
the
like his
hell?
horse that he's like ridden his whole life.
His horse is like, I did not sign up for this. This is not. And then even that was like very aggressive. It was so crazy. He literally like kissed the anger out of her. He was like, okay. Over there.
Yes. Oh yeah,
I'm like, wow.
he was like, all right. And she was like, fine. I was like, this is iconic. This is absolutely iconic.
That was the scene because literally, like, how many times are girls literally just sitting there with an attitude and they're just like, okay, I guess.
Yes. I was like,
Okay.
this is so true to life.
Honestly, because I'm that girl. I am her. She's me. We are,
Yes.
yeah. That horse scene was something else, and the horse was
Mm-hmm.
moving. I was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
How are you? Who's holding the reins? Was it his hands in her hair? Where were they going?
I don't know. I have
I
no idea.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The audiobook's delivered because they got the same voice actor. That voice Elias was got the other side. Wait.
Mm-hmm. It
Wait.
was. I did hear that.
Oh my god. My like
Mm-hmm.
wait, hold up.
It's still a white man, but
Listen.
we
Listen.
we'll let him live.
Maybe he like studied in like Tunisia. I don't know. We're
Good for
just gonna give
him.
him we're gonna He gets a pass. Wow, I love that. That's such a honestly, you cannot convince me that like Hafsah Faizal and Sabata are not friends. Like nobody can convince me that they're
Do
not.
we have confirmation? I feel like they know each other. I don't know if they're like
Absolutely.
friends. I hope they
Yeah.
are. But if
Right.
they're not, they're on the same wavelength and they should be friends.
They are. Like, they are definitely
Mm-hmm.
put together. I'm like, I'm surprised I didn't see their names in the acknowledgments. Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah. I didn't care about reality.
I said, go horse. F the horse. I mean, the horse wasn't in danger. The horse was fine. The horse was
Literally.
fine. I was like,
Literally.
go ahead. The slow burn was so good.
It was amazing, honestly.
I was like, there's no reason why I'm sitting here blushing at this book. Even that,
Mm-hmm.
okay, the scene when they were like in this carriage and girl, when
Yes.
they were in the carriage, I'm just like, Nasir, you are bold.
That
You are
was
bold.
probably like the most
Yes.
like
I was like,
sexual scene, I guess.
I
I
was hot.
guess. I don't
Like,
know. I mean, it
I
had
was
the
like,
same
wow.
feeling as was it a cave scene or something in We Hunt the Flame? Were we in a
Yes.
cave?
I think it was a cave. It was
We're,
definitely something because he had went off somewhere, I think, and or she went off somewhere and she followed him. He went off somewhere, I think. Oh wait, are we thinking about Ember Nash's pause? Like,
oops.
because there was definitely cave.
Or City of Brass, because there was a cave scene in there too. Not
Can this
this.
please stop confusing us? Can next
Okay.
round y'all write in an ocean or something? Please, with the deserts and the caves. I can't. I can't. We're not
Um,
gonna make
I don't know if they were in a cave, but the scene in We Hunt the Flame
the
where they
river scene.
first kiss, was it a river? Sure, why not?
I
Their
mean,
first kiss,
river. Period.
yes, their first kiss when like she was on top of him and they were like going at it. It was giving that scene. I was waiting for that the whole book. And that carriage scene definitely was like
I was
giving me
like,
what I
wow.
was
And
wanting.
then when she was like, wait, and like later, he was like, forever. Oh my God, take me out, take me out, take me out. Finish me,
I swear,
finish.
like, no one can write a love interest like Muslim women. I'm sorry. I'm
Because
sorry.
of all, honestly, all of the angst and tension that we have built up our entire lives, it just spills onto the page. Like, it just,
Exactly.
oh my God, not the forever. He's like, whenever you want.
And
Oh,
he said that like he said something like that several times. He was just
yeah.
like ready to lay down his life for her, just
He's
give her
like,
the world.
he literally was like, and I would do anything for her and whatever she wants. And like all the time. Yo, literally. He
Hmm.
did. He
He
did not
did.
disappoint me. I love how we've literally spent like an hour talking about sex scenes. hashtag, hashtag Muslim girl. um, okay, so because we were talking about Ember in the Ashes, one thing that really reminded me of it, I tweeted about this. What is it with
The
the
drug
crack
addict.
what is going on? Because the
Yeah.
way that when Nasir was like, "Give me the Jawarat," and then it was like, and she ran. I said, "What the? Where did she go? What do you mean?"
Yes.
And like Anna's like, "Yeah, she'll be back," and I'm like, "Yo,
No.
hello? Is
And
this
she
not a?"
it was really making her act up. Like that was why the beginning of the book for me, like it kind of took a little bit for me to get into it because I was like, wait a minute, like Zafir has changed so much. I was like, is she acting out of character? Like what's going on?
Yeah, it was
And it's
completely.
because she was so dependent on the Jawarats. And I was like
It's crack.
what?
It's crack.
I was like, are we gonna spend the whole book like with her depending on this thing for like it was
It's
basically almost controlling her and everything. And oh my
honestly, yeah.
god, when it made her kill the caliph, that was a scene. That was
Not
an
yo,
amazing
and
scene.
not split in half.
Yes.
I literally had the way I
Yeah,
rewinded the audiobook so many times. I was like, no, I'm like, I must have misheard it. And then when they followed up with the rest of them coming into the room, I was like, split in half.
and it was talking about how like their like guts and intestines were falling out. I was like, what?
She's just like, and also
Mm-hmm.
Lana needs therapy. She needs therapy because she
I
was the
was
way
gonna
she
say
was
that.
the way she was like, what?
I
Hold
was
up.
that, and it was so interesting because like we got a glimpse. I feel like we don't ever really get to know like the little sister or sibling of the
Yeah,
main character as well as we got to know Lana,
yeah,
because I mean, you like we know Zafira, we know she had to like grow up like taking care of her family and all of this. She went through so much trauma, saw her mom
yeah,
kill her dad and everything. But we really got to explore like how it affected Lana as well, because she
yeah.
literally like Zafira went off and she was fending for the family, but Lana was at home like literally caring for her mom hand and foot while she was depressed.
Now I'm
And
thinking
it was just
about
so
it.
interesting.
I feel like I'm that literally just reminded me of like what else was going on when she was back home, because it was also literally
Exactly.
like what happens to children of war, you know? Like,
Exactly.
like their village got gassed and
Mhm.
like everybody is dead, and like she literally had to basically become a healer. Like what other option did she have? She's alive,
Mhm.
she was capable of doing it, and also like her being a woman, like I wouldn't be surprised if that was literally one of the only like things that she could do. And I feel like even that, like to talk about that, or like that take was very interesting, because
Mhm.
really, like the therapy was a joke, but it's serious. Like the way that she had normalized murder and anger so much, and even like those,
Yes.
like the talk between her and Zafira were everything. I
Mhm.
love how honest Zafira was with her sister, because my sister's 11, and I definitely try to be like super honest with her as well. And for for eldest eldest girl stuff, that's
Mhm.
basically my child. I basically raised her, and
Mhm.
so for a while I literally like hated being an older sibling. I was like, oh my god, all of this, it was just too much. I was like, I feel like I have all these responsibilities, I don't have like my own life. And it wasn't until now that like I'm, my sister's like older, she's like in middle school, that we actually can kind of like relate on some things, that I think about like how like important it is to be an older sibling, and especially like
Mhm.
with a sibling who's like of the same gender as you. And I love seeing like her and Lana have those moments, because Lana also was teaching her stuff, like all she also
Exactly.
to be angry, to experience those things. Like Lena was the one that was like, do not take the Jawarat away from her. Like even understanding
Mhm.
that it was going to negatively impact her. And I was like, she is wise beyond her years. Sometimes Lena was the only person making sense in the room.
Exactly.
I was like,
Exactly.
period.
I
I
also
love
I really, really liked and like found interesting the relationship between Lana and Ayah, the
yes,
Benjamin's wife, because
yes,
not only was like she was telling Zafira, like she was like, well, she has no one. I remind her of her kid that she lost, whatever. But also, I'm sure that Lana needed her as well, because she had spent so many years caring for her mom, and now
yeah,
her mom is gone. So I feel like that was a placeholder for her as well,
yeah.
and I just
They had
found it so interesting. Mm-hmm.
it was so interesting. I was like, wow, like even, it's a further extension of like the found family thing, but like finding family through trauma, like
Exactly.
she related to her, and also the idea of taking care of people, and also I think also missing a older woman figure in her life, because even though her mom was kind of absent, she knew her mother was there in some way.
Exactly.
And then Safira was there, and then Yasmin was there. Like she was used to being like taken care of by older women. I think it just made sense for her to kind of attach herself to Aya. Now Aya, I felt
Mm-hmm.
really bad. I was like, this is a lot. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
But I love that they did not let Benjamin's like memory die. I love that it was like
Yes.
he died and that was it. Like they constantly
Yes.
brought him up, tried to honor him. I was like, yes. Yes, yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes. Because he brought so much light to the first book. Like he was literally he like
So
just that,
much.
like so much wisdom, and he was everything. He is the glue that literally made the Zoomer come together. It was
Exactly.
Benjamin. Literally.
Exactly.
And so I love that they did not like forget about him. They were like, they always mentioned him, even with introducing her as his wife. I love that. I was like, oh, honestly, oh my
And then we
god,
still have like his sister and stuff. Like she's still alive
yes.
and everything.
I was
So
so confused with that
interesting.
scene. I had to listen to it a couple of times when they got kidnapped, when they got back to Ottawa. I was like, who? I was like, what is going on? Like they literally, remember they had like gotten off the boat, and they get to the city, and somebody had taken them, and it was
Yeah.
that's when they met Aya. I was like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
who are these people? I was like, what's going
Mm-hmm.
on? Who got kidnapped?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It really was. It was so
With
good. I was not
Yasmin,
expecting it. Yes, I was scared of her a lot throughout this book.
I was like, Zafir, you okay? You okay?
I
You
was
okay?
just scared of like what she was becoming. but I
Mm.
did find it like I loved how her and Nasir were like slowly
Yes.
switching like personalities or whatever throughout this book, because she
Yeah.
started feeling less and he started feeling more. And I
Yeah.
remember a line where he was like, he I don't remember what scene it was. He was like, I started feeling and now I can't stop. And he was like crying or something. I was like, oh my God, I cannot.
I
Okay,
love that.
wait, can we talk about the elephant in the room?
Oh my God.
Zafira dying in the middle of this book. And Nasir losing his shit. I
I was
lost my
like,
shit.
no, it literally gave me like that scene in Queen of Air and Darkness where Clary was talking about like,
Yes.
and then Jace fell down and didn't get back up. And then we didn't hear about Clary's point of view for another 3 chapters. That it was
Mm-hmm.
the same fear in me. I was like, no, there's no way. There's absolutely no way. Especially I think it was like by an arrow. I was like,
Yes.
no, there's absolutely no way. Not
Best
that.
scene. No, I honestly, that was the best part of the book for me. Like,
I
I
was like,
loved it. I loved it so much because of Nasir's like point of view and how he was just
yeah.
broken. And there's like this line that Altair tells him where like Nasir's just breaking down and he's like blaming Altair. He's just like completely losing his mind. And Altair is like, I tried, Habibi, I tried. And I was like, oh my God, like, no,
Oh
I
my
can't.
God.
It was too
No.
much. I
It
loved it.
was
I ate it up.
it was beautiful. It honestly
Yeah.
was.
Yes.
Yes.
It was so
Tears.
beautiful.
Because honestly, you would expect it to be Nasir. He's an assassin.
Yeah.
Like he's more closely related to death than she is. So I was like,
Yeah.
not Zafira who's always with the bow and the arrow. I was like, there's no
Mm-hmm.
way. That was insane.
Yes.
And they're
And
like,
like I do like kind of wish it would have been drawn out a little bit longer because like suddenly she was alive and then like he was walking in the room and he was
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah. At least like a coma or something. That would have been
Yeah, something.
coma scenes are always hilarious in books. I feel like they're always so good because it's like,
Hmm.
especially because the Pharaoh was like bugging out. I think she needed just a couple of chapters to just be like, "Girl, go to sleep. Just
Yeah.
take an extended nap."
Or even
But
just like him finding out that she was alive and not dead. It
yeah,
could have come a little bit later, but I understand why. Like we had to move on and we had to get to other things. So
yeah. I mean, but it's not like you just killed like your main character or anything. Like
yeah.
casual. Oh my gosh, that just reminded me. The relationship between Altair and Nasir. The way it's giving, and I don't say this lightly. I don't say this lightly at all because I love these two boys with all my heart. The way it's giving Will and Jem, the way it's giving
Get out.
Will
Get,
and
get out.
Jem, I don't take that lightly. Like literally, they are my favorite relationship that Cassie has ever written.
Yeah,
Like
mine too.
platonic or relation or romantic. Literally, they are amazing. And I was like, this is giving. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, if like Will and Jem were like assassins and like
Yeah.
but I was like, this is there. It was just, I think it was more so the scenes when they weren't together, like the way
Mhm.
that they like would miss each other. Like, I think that was,
Mhm.
I think other than Nasir having feelings for Zafira, I think the feelings of missing his brother was like
Yeah.
so much of what brought him out of that like moody place because he really was like,
Exactly.
damn, I'm at one point he was literally talking to Altair in his head. He was just like, yeah, he would say this. And then Altair would say
And
this.
Zafir would do the same thing with Yasmin.
Yes.
I
I was
was
like,
like,
oh my God.
this is crazy.
This is so trippy. But I feel like if you're close to like anybody or you even have like a sibling or like a sister a best friend that you claim as a sister, like that's exactly how it's like. Like, yeah, she would call me
Exactly.
dumb. She would tell me I'm an idiot right now.
Yes.
The eye though.
Yes.
The eye
I
though.
literally when I read that, I was like, she knew she was a genius for this. Cause like he
Oh,
like stabbed his eye, and then the next chapter goes in, and it's like Nasir felt like something in his
I
left
didn't
eye, and I was
even
like,
realize that. That's
it's
hilarious.
giving parabatai.
It's giving parabatai. You know what? Honestly, but I love this because I love that we're able to even reference it to, you know, like these white authors who always get
Yes,
so much like attention and praise. And it's like,
exactly.
bruh, if y'all don't know now, like now you know, because there's so
Exactly.
many similar and amazing elements in all of these books written by Muslim women, written by women of color. Like it's there. All of that
Exactly.
is there. You have to give it a chance. And even like I don't think you should strip like the Islamic elements or, you know, the Arabian elements like they love to say. I think that
Mm-hmm.
obviously it's important because it's a part of the story, but sometimes with like marketing and stuff, it feels very much like this is a Muslim book. This is a book for, you know, for Arab people. Like this is like, and it's like it's a book
It's a book, yeah.
about this part of this world of the world, you know? Like same thing with you know, like all of these like West African inspired fantasy novels. Like those are not only for black people. Like
Yeah.
they're books.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody can.
Exactly.
Did you guys notice how when they were separate, I see would say, "Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely." It was so cute. I was like, "Oh."
Mm-hmm.
I felt bad for Altair for majority of the book because I was like, he's missing. They all felt it. They all knew. Like he was missing. He's sitting there with a crazy ass lion. I was like, oh my god. And the lion wouldn't shut up. Oh my yo,
He
villains
would not.
never shut up. It was
No.
giving Valentine Morgenstern, like, shut.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It really was. Oh my God.
And I was like, oh, why? Who gave him
Mm-hmm.
lines? Who wrote this? Oh my gosh. What other parts haven't we talked about? Um
I was just thinking, since we were talking about Yasmin, I found it very interesting. Like when Yasmin and Zafir like reunite or whatever, um, how Yasmin was like so angry about like Altair and like him killing Dean because she saw it in a vision or whatever. But
yeah, like
Zafir
okay.
was like, well, those are my friends. So and she was mad about Nasir too. And Zafir just she was like holding her own, even though, you know, that's her sister, that's her best friend, whatever. Like she was like, well, this is a part of me now. Like they are a part of me now. And so we're just gonna have to hash this out some other time. I found that
Yeah,
really, really interesting. And there were a lot of like character dynamics and interactions that like I just feel like I never really see explored in fantasy books or like YA
yeah,
fantasy or whatever. A lot of this book was like that for me, where I just was like completely just not expecting it to go in that direction
yeah.
and to
Even
explore
like
those types of
characters,
interactions.
yeah, and even like the side characters like interacting with each other in a certain type of way. Like I feel like in a lot of YA
Exactly.
books, it's like side character one only talks to main character two, you know? And like Lana
Exactly.
had talked to everybody. She had like some type of like relationship with like Kifa, with Altair had spoken to her, like
Exactly.
with even okay, we need a third book because y'all not gonna convince me that Altair was not interested in Yasmin. Tell me he was
Yes.
not. Tell
No,
me he was
me and Ramila were like, we need the spinoff. We need
like,
the
come on.
spinoff because there's so much to explore, not only with that relationship, but like with the amount of world building that we got in this second book, we have to have a spinoff. Like there's so much potential in
Even novellas.
everything.
Yeah, like
We
look
need
at
it.
what Sarah J. Maas and Cassie are doing. They won't stop writing. Okay, they refuse.
Exactly.
They refuse to put their computers away. All they do is write novellas after novella after novella after novella, and spin-off series and side series and prequels I don't see the
And
problem.
we're eating it up. And we're eating it
We
up.
are. The way I've been reading Cassie's books since I was like 12. And what about it? Like,
Exactly.
and I'm still here. So yeah, I think they need to stop playing. I think even I said this in my Sky Beyond the Storm review. I was like, the way that we need a spinoff about like Musa and his princess and like
Yes.
their whole situation. Like, hello. I was
Yes.
like, you need a spinoff about or like a novella about what it really was like in the early years of like the cook and the commandant. Like, I'm like, yo, listen, I have ideas for days.
Exactly. There's so much to
So
explore.
many. I hope they're given the same opportunities though, because I feel like we have shown as readers that we show up and we show out. Like their work literally speaks for itself. Like even the
Mm-hmm.
fact that I just got the Emma and the Ashes stuff from like Fairy Loot. There's not a lot of
Mm-hmm.
women of color that get Fairy Loot exclusive editions or any exclusive editions at all. Like
Yeah.
really. And I'm
Yeah.
like, we've shown up and shown out as readers. We want these.
Exactly.
Y'all are, you know, you're ruining it.
Exactly.
Mm. It was. I think that was the dilemma because you understood where Yasmin was coming from and also where Zafira was coming from. You were
Exactly,
like,
yeah.
yeah, I get it. But also, it was funny because Lana was the one that said, like, Dean ran his ass to death. Like,
Exactly. Exactly. Oh my God, when Zafira told Yasmin, she was like, he did that of his own accord. What was I supposed to be his babysitter? I was like, oh, she
oh my,
said that.
wait. I was like, this got so left because Yasmin was like, and you murdered him. And Zafira was like, murdered who? Anybody tell his big ass to go up there? Hello? He knew I ain't love him.
Exactly.
He knew I ain't love him when we was on the way there, and he knew I didn't love him. I
Exactly.
wasn't gonna love his ass when he died. What was I supposed to do about that? She was like, "No, you're
She was
not
like,
gonna blame."
you're not about to put this on me at all.
Oh my gosh. Ooh,
Oh
ooh.
yes, she had like a vision towards the end of the book. She was like,
Mm.
Zafira, I just saw like me at the palace, holding a dagger to
Yeah.
someone's throat or whatever. So
So,
Hafsa purposely left that like
yeah.
open. I just feel like we need to mobilize, we need
Yes.
to DM Macmillan because she
Yes.
wants to write the spinoff. Like you can tell that she
Yeah.
wants to.
Absolutely.
So we absolutely need to tell Macmillan to their faces that we need
Yeah.
it and we want
Yeah.
it. But I
She
also think
definitely.
I really believe, because I was talking to Ramila about this too, A Tempest of Tea by her new series that she's writing. I
The
know it's
fact that
gonna
y'all
blow up.
know, the fact that y'all know that this is a new series by her, and I'm like, what?
She announced it.
Really? I'm
Yes.
such a
Oh
I'm
my
such a
God,
big
go look.
fan.
I think it's in her pinned tweet, but she announced it like a couple months ago. But basically it's gonna be in the same like world that Arawiya is in, but it's like in a different country. And the country is gonna be more like European.
Mm.
And I just know for a fact that this is gonna blow up and it's gonna be her series to blow up because it's
Yeah.
not set in the Middle
Absolutely.
East. But anyways,
Yeah. Why it's probably
anyways.
I feel like it's probably gonna be like maybe Turkish inspired, you know? Or like a lot of
No,
people in
she said
Turkey are
it's gonna be
very well.
like 1880s like England type of feeling. Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, yeah,
She
that's
said
what I'm doing.
like it's not like the characters aren't gonna be like white, but that's still gonna be the setting and it's gonna be she said it was like kind of like a Peaky Blinders type of feeling to it. So
Oh.
the book community loves, yeah, they love their heists and they
Oh
love
wow.
their European fantasy. So I feel like that's gonna be the one that will blow up like
Yeah.
more than We Hunt the Flame did. So, but
Yeah.
I hope that people like, come back to We Hunt the Flame. Yes.
Yay!
Vampires.
Okay,
Yes. I'm so
yeah.
excited. I'm so
I
excited.
This is giving me like the originals, you know? This is the beautiful Renee Audier. Like this is giving
Yes.
very, very, very that. Sabata here is also writing something. I don't know what she's writing, but every day she on
I
Twitter
don't care
talking
what
about
it's bought already. It's pre-ordered already. I don't care what
I
she's writing.
don't care what it is. I don't care what it is. Oh my gosh. It sounds
Literally.
so good. I cannot believe I didn't know about it.
Mhm.
No, we definitely have to do a petition. Like
Mhm.
honestly, I need y'all to show up and show out for this
Yes.
because I feel like I don't know if it's just me, but it feels like, a couple books in a series, then you have your overall rating of like the series. And I would
Mhm.
say that like this series is overall like it's nothing less than a 4. Like
Yes,
this is a
exactly.
4-star series, like period.
Mhm. I
She
would
she
agree.
better. She better. She don't have a choice. I don't. And she was like asking people the other day on Twitter, like, "Oh, all my Arabic speakers," and I'm like, "What are you doing? What you
Yes,
doing?
I
You doing,
saw
Savannah?
that.
What you doing?
I saw
What you
that.
writing?" I
I'm
didn't
s
even know the answer, but I wanted to comment like, "What's going
Mhm.
on? What are we
And
doing?"
I feel like Penguin have already like bought it. Like I feel like the series is already bought.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
So I'm so excited. I need the news. I need it
Yeah,
right
we
now.
need it. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to think. Did we miss anything else? I kind of didn't care about when Yasmin's homeboy died. I was like, you were a spy. Like, I mean, even though you were a spy for Altair, it
Yeah.
was like you didn't tell her.
Yeah. That was
There
probably
was
the part of the book that I cared about the least was like
very,
her discourse with him. I
very
was like,
cute fat
okay.
coming back and being like, when they told her he was dead, she was like, oh, I didn't like him anyway. I was like, no.
That was hilarious.
I was like, wow, not keep on saying what we were all thinking. Like we were all like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, that's
Yeah.
great. Woo.
Hmm.
Oh, Yasmin. Okay, but Zafira was killing me. The last like chapter. Her dumb
Hmm.
ass. The fact that she's sitting there with him and then she's like, okay, I'm leaving. And he's like, when are you coming back? Never.
Never. I was
Get
like, girl, we have 15 pages left,
You a
maybe.
lie. You lying. Shut up. And then even Yasmin was like, what are you? She's like, Zafira's like, we're going to go back to our village. For what? It's gone. Where we going? What the hell?
Yes.
So damn stubborn. I was like, Zafira, what are you talking about? And then, Yasmin's just sitting over there like, I'm like, God, I
Oh my
can't, I can't
God.
do this with y'all. I'm screaming. Now I don't even remember his name. Wasn't it Misk?
Misk, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, no,
Yeah.
literally. Girl, what do you like? What are you here for? Like, even
Uh-huh.
Yasmin eventually accepted it.
Mm-hmm.
So like, what are you talking about? She's like, yeah, we're gonna go back. Yasmin's like, I'm not going back to no damn village. What the hell is over there?
She was like, with the PTSD that I have, I'm not going back over there. I was like, exactly, as you
Okay, it is
should.
left over. She literally was like, I am broken, Zafira.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do? It was
Mm-hmm.
hilarious. But that scene when he saw her though, I was like, he didn't
Yes.
even waste any time. And I love that he wasn't afraid to show his feelings. That is my favorite trait in books, especially if there's like weirdness in a relationship when a guy is very much just still like persistent about it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like I love that. Even the way that like in Sky Beyond the Storm, like Laya was very persistent with Elias, even when he was on his crackhead stuff. She was like,
Exactly. Yeah.
anyway, I don't care what you're talking about. This is who you
Yes.
are. Like I love that he was just so persistent. I love that like Nasir was just he was just open about how he felt about her. You know, it wasn't a surprise. Even and I love that they took advantage of those moments when they were together because in so many
Mm-hmm.
books there's so many missed opportunities. I'm like y'all sitting here fake mad at each other. You know you want to kiss. Can y'all just kiss? You know like
Exactly.
oh my gosh, even when they were wait, the moment when his dad when Gamek like came back and he was like, yeah, and we're gonna get you married off. I was like, whoa, I'm having PTSD. I'm having flashbacks. Not the we're gonna have a wedding for you. And I was like, there's belly dancers? What is going on? I said, what in the Muslim is going on?
Literally.
And what is this? Oh my gosh. I love this series. I feel like we've vibed for so
So
long.
good.
I feel like we've vibed for so long. Okay, so
Yes.
does anybody have any other topics y'all want us to address or any like last final thoughts and stuff?
Yes.
Because
Please.
clearly we could do this all that. Like clearly
Like, I don't even remember what have we talked about. I have no idea.
we'll do it all over again. We'll
Let
do it
me
all over
see.
again. Come on, tabs. The way I literally now I want to literally like listen to the audio because I'm like, can I hear Elias in his voice? Let me go to script. Let me go to
Let's
script.
talk about how he always called her fair gazelle. Are you kidding me? What is that? Like, oh my
Like
God.
it's so crazy because I'm like, sir, you cannot sit here and try to convince people you're this like murderer, assassin, and you're calling somebody a Shakespearean asset. Fair motherfucking gazelle. Stop.
I was
What
gonna say, like,
like
we really need to give Hafsa her flowers for her writing because it's full on Shakespearean. Like, it
full
is
on.
beautiful.
It's so lyrical. It and even the way that she like involves like Arabic into it. It's a way I feel like it
Yes.
just flows effortlessly. The only
Yes.
thing that was very annoying was like every other word was lad this and lad that, and I was like, we're gonna let it
Yeah.
rock because every author has their cripple word. Like that's their word.
Hmm.
Every author has like their word or their phrase that they use. So I was like, you know what? Get your little lie in there. Go ahead, girl. Like go ahead.
I mean, I
Let
did appreciate how she committed to it. Like, she
she
committed
was.
to full on using like this Arabic word is going to be in this entire book. And I was like, you know what? Yes. And I
I
loved
bet y'all
how
know what no means now.
yes. And I was actually thinking, I was like, how must people who have like never learned any Arabic, like how must they understand it in this book? Because it's literally so entwined in the book, and like it's not italicized in the book. Like it's
No.
literally just plain language
Oh,
Arabic.
I love that.
Yeah, and I
Period.
was like, this is so, and it was very natural to me to read, but I was like,
Yeah.
I wonder how it is to read it and like not
Not
know
know what's
any
going
Arabic at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Martino, you can share your thoughts. Strange She Reads. Last time I checked, she's not Muslim. So what was your, if you feel comfortable sharing, like, what was your experience reading it as somebody who kind of doesn't know what, like, anything involved with, like, Arabic or like being Muslim and stuff like that? Because that is definitely super interesting. Because same way for me,
Hmm.
I think it was very like, it was like, it reminds me of like all the conversations you have with like other Muslim people or Arab people. It's like,
Exactly.
sometimes like Arabic pops up and it's just very like casual. So I was like, okay,
Exactly.
it flowed for me as well. And I definitely didn't feel like it was too much. And like you said, she definitely was committed to it. Y'all were gonna learn some words. Like she gave it to
Exactly.
you. Even the way that she like kept like she kind of emphasized the the different like stages of love. She's like, oh, Habibi. I was like, oh, this is cute. Hayati, Ruhi. I was like, oh, this is
So
so
good.
and
So
then right
good.
with the maybe kind of sort of smile. We're just gonna let it go. I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it to her. I'll take it. My rating is now 4.75. I'm gonna give it. She can have it. It's fine. I'll take it. Like you read through it. Thank you for for being audible for us.
It's what I do.
Click the link in bio for 10% your monthly subscription. I'm screaming.
Oh
Oh
my
my gosh.
gosh. Okay, so I oh wait, who's next?
I honestly loved how casually the Arabic words came up. I just naturally used context clues and got what the lines meant. Yeah,
That's
I love
good.
that because some of the
Hmm.
white people they be like, "What? What did she say?" I don't. There's no. What's the call in the back of the book? And I'm like,
Yeah.
let's not.
It's
Okay.
very plain. It's Arabic, Google translated. Like, come
And
on.
it literally is gonna pop up no matter what dialect. Like
Cause
it was very.
because I know damn well I've had to Google translate like French and Italian and
Okay.
Latin and
Okay.
whatever, because in like some white people's books they don't translate it, they just leave it there, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'll go Google translate it.
Even like
So
Lee Bardugo's books, like all of that, like Russian, Eastern European, whatever that's involved in. Like I had to
yeah,
Google all that, and I didn't know what the hell was going on. Like, come
exactly.
on. What were you gonna say before?
Oh, I just looked at one of my tabs and it was the scene where Nasir is coming out of Zafir's room and Yasmin catches him
Oh
and she's
yes.
like, if you hurt her, and he was like, if I hurt her, I will bring every weapon at my disposal and lay them at your feet for you to do to me what you will. If I hurt her, I will no sooner carve out my own heart than dare draw breath again. What?
Like what?
What?
Like how? Just like lyrical and poetic. I'm like you little nerdy ass
Poetic.
assassin. Like he's like, oh my god. It
Yes.
was. Oh my gosh. Not rising to her.
Wait, it seemed like she was tall in this book though. Like it was making it seem like she was tall.
I'm
Is she not
like,
tall? I don't know.
girl, I don't know, but that's hilarious. Not rising to her flying. Oh my gosh, yeah. Rasul just had amazing lines throughout the entire. I
Yes.
was like, wow, this is, and even the way that Zafir was like talking to Lana and like the metaphors, I feel like it's very. I think it's also very reminiscent of like Arabic poetry, and like it reminded me
Exactly.
so much of that because it's the same like lyrical like
Exactly.
writing and atmosphere that you when you hear people like talking about like Rumi and like all these other poets. It gives very that.
Exactly.
Not
I agree.
not axe tall.
Oh
Rumi
yeah.
was like she's 4'9", and I don't care what you have. You can't convince me otherwise. Period. I'm
Oh
screaming.
my god.
Wait, they have Chain of Iron on Scrib. Scrib, don't play with me because you click anything on Scrib, the next thing you know, it's like, oh, unavailable for the next 3.
Yeah. I think that's when you
Please.
like save too many or something.
Yeah, but it's like all the popular releases. I'm like, what else do you think I was
So
gonna save?
shady. So
What
shady.
else was I gonna save? Zafira is tall. I
Yeah.
also love that like she didn't have the quintessential like curves that never ended and like soft and plush and supple. I'm like, girl, she's a huntress. She has to be out here in these woods, okay? And
Yes.
beat you up, and that's on period. That's what I expect.
Yes.
I'm glad they did not
I
have
really
her like
loved it.
because she's like it was still like seen as she was still seen as beautiful by like everybody around her. Even that scene where she was getting like dressed up for the wedding, like they knew how
Yes.
to like dress her for her body type, for like the colors, like everything. They gave her pants so she could still run and like beat people up. I was like, period.
Yes. I
Period.
loved
Oh my
it.
I
That was really
love
good.
that. I love that Ramila is really giving us all the hypes.
Oh,
Yes.
she knows everything.
Period. Altair is taller than Nasir. Nasir is taller than Zafira. Kifaya is shorter than them, but Yasmin is the shortest. Okay.
Kifa's shorter. Oh wait.
Then all three of them, then Altair, Nasir, and Zafira. I mean,
I picture Kifa as so tall. I don't even know.
Kifa reads
Also,
small to me. I think it's because I think about her as like a like small and like quirky in a way. Not quirky. Well, how would I describe it? I think I just
Kifa?
like I read her as like Inej kind of. Inej is like small and like quick
Okay.
on her feet, like that. That's what I mean. Like I
Okay.
just read about her as like because she's the one of nine, and I don't know. I
Yeah.
kind of read her the same as I read as Inej, and she's kind of like
That makes sense, actually.
that's why. But I get it.
Also Kifa being Arrow Ace, aromantic and
Yes,
asexual. Mm-hmm.
yes. Even
That was
explaining,
really interesting.
I was like, oh my gosh, because
Yeah.
she's like, of course I love Benjamin, but like not like that. Like I don't.
Yeah.
Like I think Altair was like, I know you'll never love anybody.
Yeah. At the end when she was like, "You want me to marry you?" And he was like, "Nah. I want you to be my captain of my army." I was
I
like,
love that.
"Okay."
That she was gonna leave. I was like, no,
Mm-hmm.
like honestly, it did not make any sense for Altair to be sitting here in the kingdom by himself, and then Zafira is all the way over there and Demi here, and then I was like, no,
No,
no, I
absolutely
don't.
not.
No, I was like, I don't like this. I don't subscribe to this. This is making me
Mm-hmm.
upset. So when he asked her, and she was like, duh. She's like, why would I want to be one of nine when I can just be one?
The
I was like,
one, yes.
oh, fine. You let him know. And I love their relationship though. Like Keith and Altair, their relationship is really cute.
Yes, it was so good. All of the characters' relationships with each other were just so
Yeah.
good and so like there was just so much development between all of
Oh,
them.
Altair getting to be so. Oh my god. Oh my
That
god. That
was
was
so
it.
good.
Not necessarily
So
being
good.
like, and your next Sultan. He's like, what the fuck? What are you doing? He's like, does my turban look good? I'm
And
like,
the
oh,
crown, the crowd like cheered for him because they were
yeah.
dead for Nasir. They were like, anyways. And
He
then
was like, who?
he was like, I'll take her. And they were like, yeah.
I love that. That was so funny. And then when Zafira was in the audience losing her shit, she's like, why would he do that? This was his moment. It was hilarious. I
And
love
Lana
that.
was
And
like, for you.
I mean, like, oh my gosh, she really was
So
like,
hard headed.
why would he do that? It doesn't make any sense. Like, even Yasmin was there for 2 seconds and she knew. She was like,
Yeah.
girl, come on.
Oh, that was so cute.
I
So cute.
love them. I love them. I love them. Oh my gosh.
It
Oh wow.
is.
We're getting to the hour and a half mark, you guys. Wow. I'm screaming. No, I stole from the Sultan. Lana, honestly, we need the spinoffs. We need the
We
spinoffs.
need it.
We need them. Like Hafsah has beyond proven herself with her writing, and even being able to like duologies are hard. Period.
Very hard, yeah.
Duologies are hard to like really like stop and finish. And I don't feel like I think even this like the spinoffs that we mentioned, I don't think it even takes away from the fact that the story is complete. Like the story still feels like done, you know? I don't
Exactly.
feel like there's anything lingering on. And sometimes with duologies, you feel like, oh, there's something still like, oh no, I don't feel like it ended. And I don't
Yeah,
feel like I feel like it was like, okay, it ended, but we still have room for more. And they need to
exactly.
yes. Like you can't like the same way that Sarah J. Maas just wrote this whole Nesta and what's his name situation. I'm like, yeah, we need that for Altair and Yasmin because you cannot convince
We
me.
need it.
Like, yes, enemies to lovers, and what about
Mhm.
we need it? Even when
Mhm.
I heard her voice, he's like, "What is that melodious voice in the hallway?"
And
I was like,
they didn't even get to meet.
"No,
I was
no,
like,
I don't even
and
Yeah,
because
they met.
he kept like catching like the tail end of her, like he would see her hair or he would hear her voice and he would be like,
Yes.
I just saw the most beautiful being or whatever. I was like,
I
but
was
they
like,
didn't even get to meet yet. Like when they actually meet, like I have to see that. I need
we
to
have
see that.
we have to. And like Keith, I would smirk every time she would see him like reference her because Keith, I know, and like everybody else knew, and they're just like, and I love that. I'll tell you, literally is like, we know he's a whore, like we know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, yeah, him and Yasmin would be hilarious. She would give him a run for his money. Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah.
Come
Yo,
on,
she hot.
we're writing the story for them, okay?
Oh my
He would.
gosh.
He would just, like, get off the horse and be
Yeah.
like, yo, you over there. So fine. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what are any final thoughts that you have for the series? What is coming up next for you and your channel? All the tea girl, tell the people.
Well, for the series, I'm just so happy it exists because this is like one of the first and kind of only things that I've like 100% been able to like see myself in. And like the adaptation is happening. I do act, so I'm hoping to audition for it. I don't care if I get the role. I at least want to audition. Yeah.
Period. Are they doing a movie
I
or a show?
it's signed on for a show, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Period.
So I'm
I
just
didn't know you
like,
knew that.
yeah,
Period.
I do. Mm-hmm.
We love you.
So I just love it. I'm so happy it exists. I'm so happy it didn't disappoint in the end. Even though I'm biased and everything, I feel like I would have been able to tell like if it,
Yeah.
if it didn't live up to expectations, then it didn't live up to expectations, but it did.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm just so happy about it. I love it. It's everything to me.
Yes.
My channel, who knows? I take it day by day. 50-minute
I love
vlog
that.
coming out tomorrow. That's all I know for now.
Period. I love that. Honestly, and I relate. It's the same way. I'm literally still like somebody has to cast me as an extra in Children of Blood and Bone. You can like the way that I
Yes.
literally. I'm like, come on, me and Tommy are mutuals. Like,
Yes.
and y'all brought all these booktubers to the Hate You Give. So I don't see why we can't do that.
There it
Lucasfilm.
is. There it
I will be.
is.
I'll just be in the background with like an amazing head wrap, minding my business, carrying a basket of fruit, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Just catch me. Just catch,
And
catch
that's me
me
when
there.
we have the flame too. I don't care if I'm extra number 27. I want to be in it. I want to be in it.
Oh my gosh, literally. Oh yes, honestly,
Yes.
I love that because I wasn't somebody that like I wasn't like super obsessed with the first one. I really liked it
Mm-hmm.
because I knew that it had like good bones. I was like, this has
Yes.
really good bones. This could really be something dope. But I
Mm-hmm.
do think that it kind of like got dragged out a little bit with the whole journeying thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I love the last like couple of chapters, and I was like, I knew I have to read Through the Stars. Also, it came out on my birthday, so I was like, you know what? This is the sign. I have to
Yes.
read it. Have to get it, and it honestly did not disappoint me. I was so excited.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, cast her ASAP. I think they need to talk more about like book to movie adaptations and stuff because I think people kind of forget when it becomes an adaptation, the whole like community that was here just for the books, they kind of only
Exactly.
focus on like the movie and TV fans, and I'm like, hello,
Exactly.
we were here. Like, what is this?
Mm-hmm.
I'm screaming. No, I like to play.
Yes. The cameo was everything.
Like I would like to play me. Um, yes, a vlog, 50 minutes. I love that. Y'all know I'll be doing long
It's
ass
gonna be a
vlogs too.
mess. It's gonna be a damn mess. I can tell you that right now.
I'm
But you have
so
to read the
excited.
book first before you watch it because it's spoilery.
Okay. I will read it. Make sure you guys follow Mariam literally everywhere. All of her details is in the description. Mariam Reads Sometimes, Fire Nation Scrolls, Fire Nation, all of that is in the
Mm-hmm.
description. Our book for March this month is Punching the Air by Edie's Boy and Dr.
Ooh.
Yusuf Salam. I'm so
Mm.
excited. It is contemporary. It's written in verse. It's about a Black Muslim boy. So I'm super excited to read about it. I'm pretty sure
Mm-hmm.
he gets falsely accused of a crime and like is in prison. And so he's
Mm-hmm.
also an artist. And I really love that. I'm super excited to see, the depiction of like a young Black boy who's super
Mhm.
artistic and also Muslim. So I'm very
Mhm.
excited for that. What do I have coming up on my channel? YouTube, YouTube is hard. People don't understand. Like
Yeah.
Instagram and all that other shit is light.
Mhm.
It's light. Like
It
I still
is.
work hard on my Instagram, but like not in the way YouTube is. Like the way these vlogs and these videos, especially if I'm trying to give y'all like an experience, it takes some time. So
Exactly.
appreciate y'all for putting up with me, and also like life happens, I appreciate for the people
Mhm.
who are still here, who showed up for our live stream, who are like super engaging. I love you guys so much. I have my birthday vlog is coming out probably sometime this week, even though my birthday was a month ago. Don't worry about it. My birthday vlog is coming out sometime this week. I have the We Free the Stars vlog, which Lord, that's gonna be a lot.
I'm
I'm
excited.
excited too, but yeah, it's definitely gonna be a lot. Yes, yes, you should. I feel like you would really like it. I think also reading contemporary is a good change of pace because for the first two
Mhm.
months we've been reading fantasy,
Yeah, high
and so
fantasy.
high ass fantasy, and
Yeah.
they're all series. So I'm like, this is a good, just introduction to
Yeah,
a new genre, new vibe. I feel like books always give me like my vibe for how I'm feeling. So
exactly. Mhm.
fantasy is on the shelf. I'm literally reading the what is it called? Act Your Age Eve Brown, because always after fantasy books, I need some contemporary in my life.
Yeah. Mhm. I'm
Um
about to start Honey Girl because I need
yeah,
something like
yeah, something just light, mad chill. Yes, YouTube
Mhm.
is hard. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us.
And thank you for having me.
Of course, I'm happy you came. Stay tuned for our future guests, and like I said before, follow Mariam everywhere. And yeah, can't wait to see you guys next month for our next live show. Bye.
Bye.